Hi, I'm Ralph, and welcome to the Ageless Runner. Today we're looking at two compact massage guns, the Bob & Brad Q2 Mini massage gun and the Theragun Mini 3rd generation. Now, full disclosure up front, Bob & Brad hired me to make this video, but this is not going to be a hype commercial. I'm looking at these the way I look at recovery tools. Does it actually make sense for active people like us? Whether you run, walk, work out, cycle, garden, travel, or just deal with tight muscles after a long day. Because here's the truth. As we get older, recovery is not optional. Recovery is training. And that does not only apply to runners. If you want to stay active, keep moving and avoid getting knocked out by tight calves, stiff shoulders, cranky hamstrings, or heavy legs, you have to respect recovery. That is how we stay in the game. So before we compare these two massage guns, let's answer the bigger question. Why use a massage gun in the first place? Now, I'm a big fan of percussion massagers, and I've been using them for many years, both before and after workout. A massage gun uses rapid pulses into the muscle. That's usually called percussive therapy. The research does not say massage guns are magic, but systematic reviews suggest they may help with short-term flexibility, range of motion, muscle stiffness, and some recovery-related outcomes. And another systematic review found that percussive therapy may improve flexibility and reduce experiences of musculoskeletal pain, although the research is still developing and results can vary depending on how the device is used. So here's how I think about it. A massage gun will not fix bad training, it will not replace sleep, and will not make up for doing too much too soon. But used the right way, it can be a useful tool. Before activity, you might use it to lightly wake up the muscles. Before a run, that might mean calves, quads, hamstrings, or glutes. Before a gym session, maybe the shoulders, back, or hips. Before yard work or a long day on your feet, maybe the lower back, calves, or thighs. After activity, you might use it to help calm down tight areas and reduce that heavy, stiff feeling. And later in this video, I'll share the mistake I think a lot of active people make with the massage guns, especially as we get older, and why more pressure is not always better. Now let's talk about three specs you usually see with massage gun, or they're specs you can use to compare massage gun. And those specs are amplitude, stall force, and RPM. Now, interestingly, a lot of websites don't list all three of those. Most websites on the product will list RPM, that's how fast units go. They don't always list amplitude and stall force. That makes it very difficult to compare different massage guns. We'll talk more about that as we go through this video. But the first one I want to talk about is amplitude. And amplitude is simply how far the massage head travels in and out. Very simple. In general, more amplitude can feel deeper. Now, Therabody does not list amplitude on their website product page, but I went on their website, went to their customer service page and filled out the form and asked them, hey, what's the stall force and amplitude on the Mini 3rd generation? And they responded back that the amplitude is 10 millimeters for that device. Now, the Bob & Brad Q2 Ultra is listed at 7 millimeters. So the Theragun Mini appears to have the deeper stroke. But here's the thing, deeper is not automatically better for every person or every use. If you want a stronger, deeper feeling percussion, that may be a point for the Theragun Mini. But amplitude is only one part of the decision. Just like anything you go out and purchase, you got to look at the whole picture. Now, the second thing we want to talk about is stall force. Stall force is simply how much pressure the motor can handle before the massage gun slows down or stops. That matters when you're pressing against bigger muscles like your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, or your upper back. The higher the stall force, the harder it is to stall the device under pressure. So how do these two units compare? Again, neither Therabody or Bob & Brad list stall force on their product pages, but Bob & Brad told me what theirs is. Theirs is 32 pounds. And so I decided, I can't measure stall force on the Theragun or either of these, but I decided to do my own comparison test by taking a notebook on a bed and pressing down with both of these units while they're cycling to say how much effort does it take me to stall them out. And so I'm trying to simulate how somebody might use it on a muscle, and we'll talk more about why you shouldn't do that on a muscle. Because even though numbers are helpful, it's how's it going to feel in the real world. And as you can see, it takes a lot more force for me to stall out the Bob & Brad Q2 Mini, and a lot less force to stall out the Theragun Mini. Okay, so I have no idea what their stall force is. If Bob & Brad is 32, I'm guessing the Theragun Mini is something, under 20, maybe 15 or less. I don't know. It didn't take a lot of effort to stall it out. But here's a caution. Just because a massage gun can handle more pressure does not mean your body should. There are some massage guns out there, full-size ones, that have 50 to 70 pounds of stall force. You should avoid stalling any percussion massager on your body. And I learned that the hard way a couple of years ago. I actually gave myself bruises from pushing too hard with a percussion massager. I didn't stall it out, I just pressed too hard. So when we talk about stall force, we're not talking about how hard you should jam this thing in your body. We're talking about how consistently the device performs under reasonable pressure. And that's an important difference. The lower stall force on the Theragun Mini might give inconsistent performance on larger muscles like your glutes, where we tend to push harder with the gun. Now, the third spec we want to talk about is RPMs or PPM. That tells you how many pulses per minute the massage gun delivers. More speed does not automatically mean better. Lower speeds can feel more controlled, higher speeds can feel more intense. Key is not to use the most aggressive setting just because it's there. The key is to use a setting that helps your muscles relax, and that's especially important as we get older. And we'll talk about the RPMs of both units a little later in this video. Now let's compare these two devices. Now, the Bob & Brad Q2 Ultra is a very compact massage gun. It weighs about 0.95 pounds, just under a pound, so it's easy to hold in one hand, toss in a gym bag, keep it near your recovery area, or bring it with you when you travel. The Q2 Ultra has 5 speeds from 1800 to 3000 RPM, and it gives you 5 massage attachments. And plus it has USB-C charging, a carrying case, a 3-hour battery life, and a 2-year warranty. Now, one practical thing I noticed right away with the Bob & Brad is they have a carrying case where it holds everything. It's got the gun, it's got all the attachments, got the manual, it's got the charging cord. That's all in one device here. And you can just fold it up, zip it up, and take it with you. Now, that may sound like a small thing, but for travel or keeping your recovery gear organized, it matters. Because if I'm taking this on a trip to the gym or just storing it around the home, I don't want to be attachments over the place and try and hunt them down and find everything. Now, for me personally, I prefer the grip economics of the Bob & Brad. I like the pistol grip. I like that better than this triangle body here, the Theragun. It's easier for me to hold, easier for me to move it around my body, massage my backside, and do things like that. No doubt the Theragun is compact, but for my hand, that pistol grip is much easier for me to use. Now, one feature that really stands out for me is the Bob & Brad infrared and heat head. You can actually apply heat, you can apply infrared red light, use it on a sore or tired muscle, and give that added benefit of not only physically working it, but providing some alternate therapy through the heat. So the Q2 Ultra gives you percussion, but also gives you a heated recovery option. That's something the Theragun Mini does not offer. And for active adults, maybe that matters. Because sometimes what we want is not just more impact. Sometimes we want a little warmth. Sometimes we want the muscles to relax. Sometimes we want stiffness to ease up. And we want a recovery ritual that feels good enough that will actually do it consistently. That's where the Q2 Ultra has a clear advantage. Now let's look at the Theragun Mini 3rd generation. It's also a very compact device, and it weighs just under a pound. And it comes from one of the best known brands in massage gun space. Now it only gives you 3 speeds from 1750 RPM to 2400, so it's not quite the magnitude of range as the Bob & Brad Q2 Ultra. And it only includes 3 attachments, a dampener, a standard ball that I have on it right now, and a thumb attachment, a smaller looking ball. But it does give you USB-C charging and a soft travel case. This is a travel case, and it only holds the unit plus one attachment. So it's not like you can put everything in this and take it with you. You can take the box with you if you want, but that's about it. Now, other things that it has a travel lock to keep it from accidentally coming on, but it also has a Bluetooth connection with the Therabody app for guided routines. The app ecosystem is one of Therabody's strengths. If you like having guided routines and a more premium brand experience, that may matter to you. But in my use, the Theragun case is more limited. It holds the gun with one attached head, but doesn't organize all the attachment like the way the Bob & Brad case does. That does not make it a bad device, but it does make the Bob & Brad setup feel more complete and easier to travel with. And again, ergonomics matter. The Theragun's triangle shape is distinctive and compact, but for me, the pistol grip is easier to hold and maneuver. That matters when you're trying to reach your calves, your hamstrings, your quads, your shoulders, or back without turning recovery into a hand workout. Now, one thing I do want to give Theragun credit for, of course, they do have a little higher amplitude than the Q2 Ultra. But that's only if that's really important to you. If you really want that deeper stroke, slightly deeper stroke, then maybe that matters to you. But here's where the comparison gets interesting. The Theragun is a compact massage gun, no question. But the Q2 Ultra gives you more speed options, more attachments, heat plus infrared light, a more complete carrying case, a grip that I personally find easier to hold, a 2-year warranty, and a much lower price. The Q2 Ultra is commonly priced around $99, under $100, while the Theragun Mini 3rd generation is commonly priced around $219. So the real question is not which one has the bigger name. The better question is, for most active people, which one gives you the most useful recovery features for the money? And for me, that's where the Q2 Ultra makes a very strong case. Now here's the Ageless adjustment for this video. Don't use a massage gun like you're trying to win a toughness contest. Use it like you're trying to listen to your body. That means light to moderate pressure, slow passes, and never force the device so hard that you're bruising yourself, irritating the tissue, or turning recovery into another workout. No grinding directly into joints, bones, bruises, inflamed areas, or sharp pain. And if the area is really sore, don't attack the sore spot first. Start around it. For me, I keep it simple. Short, gentle passes, usually 30 to 60 seconds on an area, and I stop if the tissue feels irritated, painful, or overly sensitive. That's the point. Recovery should help you feel more ready to move. It should not become one more thing your body has to recover from. So here's how I would think about these two massage guns. If you want the Therabody ecosystem, guided app, routines, a premium name brand, and a slightly deeper amplitude, the Theragun Mini still has a case. But for me, amplitude is only one part of the decision. If you're looking for value, portability, more included attachments, more speed options, a more complete carrying case, an easier pistol grip style, and the added benefit of heat plus infrared light, the Bob & Brad Q2 Ultra makes a stronger overall value case, especially for active adults who want a practical recovery tool without spending over $200. I do like that Bob & Brad come from a physical therapy background. Their brand is built around helping people move better, feel better, and recover better. That fits the way I think about staying active as we get older. We're not trying to pretend we're 30. We're trying to train, move, and recover for the body we have now. So my bottom line is this. The Theragun Mini is a solid, compact massage gun. And if deeper amplitude and the Therabody app ecosystem are your priorities, it may be the better fit for you. But for most active people looking for a portable recovery tool with more features for less money, the Bob & Brad Q2 Ultra makes a stronger case. Not because it's the most aggressive tool, but because it gives you a more complete recovery package. Percussion, heat, infrared light, more attachments, more speed, a case that holds everything, and a grip I find easier to use, and frankly, a much better value. Now, if you want to check it out more, I'll put a link to the Bob & Brad Q2 Ultra in the description. And there's also a discount code down there that you can use to save a few bucks on purchasing an already great value product. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. And subscribe to Ageless Runner if you're trying to stay active, recover smarter, and keep moving strong as you get older. Because around here, we run smarter, recover better, and stay ageless. Thank you.